Hello everyone, Allie here, and welcome to the Gold Mine. Thank you so much for joining me here on another episode at Allie's Treasure Trove. Today I do have a brand new hot toy to unbox, the Clone Wars Captain Rex, of course, from the Star Wars line. So very excited to get on into this. Must admit, when this arrived earlier today, I was nervous. When I went outside and I saw it on my front porch, I was like, oh, shipper box did not fare too well. So there is some corners here that are not too great. One on the front, one on the back, and then unfortunately the little Rex decal here that's on the side, little side sleeve, got a little bent up, but it's a lot better than I was expecting. You guys might even see my first reactions to opening up the shipper box itself at the end of the video, so stay tuned all the way through the end. Also sitting here, I noticed there's a little bit of a crease here, but actually I'm not sure if it's something new or semi-recent, maybe not new, but I don't think that option was available when I first pre-ordered this quite some time ago from these sideshow websites. Now you can pay extra to have it double boxed. I think like an extra $10 or $15 or so. So the most recent pre-order I placed was for the Loki Disney Plus show Loki. There's also a Sylvie, which is really nice. I just don't know if I love Sylvie enough to buy it, just because of course Hot Toys are not only a financial commitment, but also a space commitment. But she is very pretty, so I'm definitely still thinking about that. But when I placed the pre-order for that upcoming Loki, I did see that I clicked the button for a double box. Like I said, I think it was an extra 10 or 15 bucks, and that would definitely be something I'd be willing to do, just so that, I mean, obviously the packaging, with the minor issues that it has right now, shouldn't really affect what's on the inside. Just would like to keep everything as pristine as possible, so. Little bitter to start off things here, but it's not, like I said, not like I was expecting. I was expecting a lot worse. But I'm excited to go ahead and get on into this, so let me swap views here. Captain Rex is number TMS018, which you can see over here is where it says there. Also have some more of the, what would you say, Command Squadron, same units, perhaps commando units for Rex with the helmets. Of course, from Clone Wars Season 7, there was also the animated Ahsoka, which I have on pre-order. There's also, of course, Mandalorian live-action Ahsoka up right now, but I still haven't had a chance actually to watch The Mandalorian, so I'm like, I'll figure that out as the time comes. Just going to be going around and showing you guys. Like I said, here is one of the corners. Here's the other one. But the package itself was completely rounded, so a lot better than I was expecting. Like I said, here, his arm, a little bent. I mean, this could flatten out over time. I mean, the crease, you can see it up top there, but most of it, the whitening is actually through the white part of his arm, so it's not too noticeable. But anyways, very excited to check this on out. So like I said, I put this on my pre-order list a long time ago, and happy that he is finally here. Let's go ahead and unbox Captain Rex, play with him a little bit, see what he looks like, check out some of his accessories. Like I said, TMS018, Captain Rex, 1/6 scale collectible figure. Alright, these are the situations I wish that they could figure out a way to turn the video this way. Although I suppose those of you who are just watching on a phone, if you lock rotation and just turn your phone, you can get a better view of this here. But unfortunately, swapping this that way wouldn't look so good on desktop. So that's more of a feature of mobile, I suppose. But alright, let's go ahead and reveal what's inside. We do have some blasters here, a jetpack with the little jetpack action there. That's cool. Of course, Rex's regular helmet, the Ahsoka commando helmet, and the face. So I'm excited. I do want to, of course, put his unmasked face on. Alright, so let me move the box behind me. Alright, so this is what you take out the figure encasement out of the box. This is what it would look like with all of his accessories. Like I said, we do have the other accessory plate here with the jetpack and some other things. So let me go ahead and take this top off. Top plastic. It's been a while since we checked out any Hot Toys there on the channel. Remember, the last pre-order I'd gotten in was Commander Cody, I think last year. Then I know I did do Leia at some point. I do intend to open up some more here on the channel, but it's a lot of having to dig them out and then remembering that that is something on the schedule for me to do. So in the future, we'll have more. I do have, of course, K2SO. I have the regular Jin. I have the Imperial Disguise Jin. Do have Luke. Have lots of Hot Toys. Did do the evil Anakin. I do have regular Anakin. Obi-Wan. Did I do the Obi-Wan here on the channel? But do have, it's more likely we'll be seeing the ones that come in on pre-order, and then I'll have to plan out the other ones Because, you know, when they come in, I'm excited. I'm like, ooh, I gotta share this with everybody. Let everyone know that's perhaps just considering it. I think there might still be a few Rexes left in stock, although as time passes, they do sell out. And then they get hard to obtain. So if you're on the fence about Rex, hopefully this video, taking a look at it in person for me, you know, through the screen with pretty HQ cameras, gives you a better idea of whether it's one you want to add to your collection or not. All right, so let me lift the tape here so I can actually extract this tray with the extra accessories. We'll take a look at these. I'll move this. All right. All right, so like I said, jetpack and accessories, the little extra stuff for his belt, some blasters. All right, well, let's go ahead and take Rex himself out. Yeah, and do have our little silicone packet. Do not eat. Of course, I know. All right, we do have these stands, and this looks like, yes, the other portion of the stand, not only the base, but the actual display piece, right, to grab around the waist. Man, these stands look a lot nicer than they used to be. Used to not, I mean, they always function, don't get me wrong, but I know my Avengers Loki has just metal claws, and this looks fancy. And then, ooh, does that open? I like that. Oh, so much fancier than they used to be. Man, Rex is the most recent hot toy that I have. Like I said, actually came in the mail today when I'm filming, which is on Tuesday, where you guys saw me get disappointed that I pulled that Chimchar plushie. Now, the question I have is, how do I actually get this open to stick this in here? Well, for now, set that off to the side. We'll figure it out, I'm sure, as we go along. More silicone. All right. So, let's take off his little plastic coverings here. Ooh, I like how those are free-falling there. Very realistic there. You can put the blasters on either side. Love that, love that. And let's take off his protection for his arms. I do put these back on when I keep them in the box, just so that none of the paint rubs off. I've never seen it happen, but, I mean, the fact that they're there means it's a possibility, so I'd recommend to not throw these away. If you are unboxing your Rex, just go ahead and keep them in the box with the accessories you're not using, so on and so forth. All right, around his boots, his boot wrappings. Alrighty, so, of course, real fabric here for the under. Ooh, this is nice as well, very soft. I like the feeling of his armor, and like I said, really like that these are just free dangling there. Just very realistic. Alright, so, his waist is a little turned, so I do want to straighten that on out. That was something I noticed when I opened him up. Perhaps it is just the piece there. I know it is not the best angle for you all to watch. Excuse me, Mr. Rex, I need to adjust this. Rex's crotch piece is just a little off kilter here. There we go. There we go. A bit more straightened on out. Alrighty, so, of course, lots of joints. The hands. How many extra hands do we have? We do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different hands. We also have, of course, the visor. Let's take a look at the other helmet. So, of course, the peg there for the head. It'll just be the helmet, no face underneath. If you do want the face, you do have to go ahead and take Temuera Morrison's face here. Which, of course, one thing why I always encourage Hot Toys over regular Sideshow figures. Of course, Sideshow does make their own figures. They are also the US distributor for Hot Toys. Not sure about Canada, Europe, things like that. But I know for the US, they are the distributor for Hot Toys, or at least the main place that you can get them. I know you can have pre-orders through other places, local shops as well, but Sideshow is where you can go to get Hot Toys online, first and foremost. But Hot Toys just knocks it out of the park with their likenesses. Definitely much more than Sideshow. If you were just getting a trooper and you were going to leave them masked, or perhaps you don't care for the photorealistic face, you're not going to use it. Sideshow collectibles, I mean that is the name, but their collectibles tend to be cheaper. A bit cheaper than the Hot Toys, so I do have a few Sideshow troopers. I have an old Shock Trooper, and Commander Cody, that's from his group, but I'm not great with the clone battalion names, but whatever that is, do have one of those. That way one day I can make a little Utapau diorama with my Anakin, or not Anakin, but my Obi-Wan, my Commander Cody, another Utapau trooper, and perhaps one day we'll get Boga. I'd buy a Boga. Not sure if anybody else would care enough to buy a Boga, but that is the giant lizard, the Varactyl, that Obi-Wan rides. And I do have the Sideshow Grievous. That is a sick-looking statue. That is not statue, but that is something that I can open here on the channel one day as well. Nope, that was for around Rex's face, but we're going to go ahead and put that on at some point anyways. But love the fine details here. Of course, these are adjustable so you can get them to line up. I do like, of course, you need the bends, so that way you can pose the arms without busting any of the armor, but it does make it a little more difficult, because of course, when you're trying to adjust things, you have to keep everything lined up as well. So that is why I was having some problems here. That's just me, though, getting Rex all set up with his legs, just because of the thigh, the calf, and the knee pieces of armor here to make it a little harder to adjust. But since they're all separate, like I said, you can move them. They are adjustable. It's just a little bit more difficult than your average, like the Princess Leia when we opened up the A New Hope Leia. It's just dress. That's very easy to maneuver the legs because you just pull up the dress a little bit, mess around, and then pull it back down. All right, so let's go ahead and swap heads here. Let's see what'll be the best way to do it. I don't want to pull anything else off. Of course, you can switch out the hands. I'm not going to mess with the other hands. You see, but of course they do have different grips for if you want him holding different accessories, blasters, you know, etc. You know, I'm also curious. I do want to put those blasters in the holders just to see what that looks like. All right, popping Rex's head off. There is the pin. Let's put on his face. There we go. Still think it needs to go down a little bit more. No, actually, that seems to do it. Alrighty. It looked like his neck was too long. It still feels like his neck is too long. I think it is just visually. I was used to the helmets, and now that I'm seeing a face. That looks better. That looks better. It's a very cool love. It looks like I'm just holding him. That is the thing that kind of, on the monitor, it creeps me out a little bit, because it's just, I look, and it honestly looks like a real person is just staring at me on the monitor, and I know it's not. I know I'm holding a figure here, but definitely weirds me out a little bit when I look over, and I'm like, why am I being stared at? That's not a human. It's just so realistic. It's very impressive. All right, I do want to... Let's slide this off here for the base, so we can have him standing on the base. Put this part of the stand on the base. Excuse me, Rex. Again, my question is, how do we... You know what? We do have instruction sheets. I should have grabbed this first. But at the bottom of your plastic here, there'll be an instruction piece. Didn't think I would need it for the stand, but here we are. The Alley Special. Alright, so let's take a look here. Does it have any information for the stand? As of course for the jetpack, for the chest pouch. Interchangeable head sculpt. Oh, okay. Oh. All right. All right. All right, that was it. Now I also have to... Oh, it's actually making... I don't have with me. That is unfortunate. I would have to actually unscrew this here to put it on. So that makes sense. Pop off the top. And I was like, that doesn't look like the appropriate size. Now, where did I put that cap? What did I do with it? Here it is. Alright, so unfortunately cannot fully assemble the stand as I do not have a screwdriver. But you would just unscrew the screw there, loosen it up, slide it in down here when the cap up top is pulled off, and then you can adjust it that way. And then the pole just goes right into the base. Alright, so unfortunately no fun Rex standing and posing on the base, freehanding it, but I should be able to hold them up. We'll swap views after I'm done exchanging helmets and things like that. And we can look at them facing forward as if you had them on display. But for now, we're going to keep into this view as I continue to check out his accessories. Close that bag on up. And I'll reattach the instruction sheet on the box here. Put it back where it came from. Alright, so I do also want to try out the other helmets. Let me go ahead and grab that. Once again, push that down. That's such a cool looking helmet. I know they did make other troopers that are just like this, that are not Rex, just the other parts of the battalion, but this is just such a cool helmet. Oh, I love it. Oh, that looks so good. I love all like the worn. It just makes it so much cooler. Oh, this is so cool. But alright, like I said, I know I want to put in these. Of course, they do slide in quite easily, as one would expect. Oh, this is just such a good-looking figure. Alright, so I've been enjoying this helmet, but I do want to switch back to the realistic face. I always feel awkward pulling their heads off to swap them. It just feels like I'm doing something wrong. But, alright, I want to actually pull this down a little bit so that way his head might slide on a bit easier. Okay, and let's go this way. All right. Do I have any weird plastics blocking anything? I don't think so. Let's put his regular display there. Yeah, so we could take out the pole, as Rex is just going to be balancing anyways. We don't have the clip. I do appreciate that. This feature, though, I really like that. Really like that. Do have to wiggle this one to get it out, but there's the stand, of course, with the nameplate. Captain Rex. A lot of newer Hot Toys do have the labeled stands. That does not want to focus, but I believe we did take a look at it in that other view prior, so that's okay, that's okay. Rex is like, why do you keep touching me so weirdly, lady? I'm being presented by Rex. All right. See how much I trust myself to hold them up? Definitely is a nice looking stand. Do like it, do like it. Does feel like a plastic that could get scratched, so I wouldn't slide him against that base too much, so I'm going to stop trying to get him to stand up on his own. But man, this is just such a cool looking figure. Really happy with this purchase. Really glad to add him to my prequel collection of Hot Toys. Excited for that animated Ahsoka to come in. Not sure when that pre-order will be up. The payment plan, I believe, finished a while ago for that one as well, so we'll see. And I do like I said, that the pieces are separate, so as they move around, you can see more of that underneath. That bodysuit. Oh, but Rex is just so cool. Like how the camera doesn't know which face to autofocus on, because the square on the camera flips up so I can see it over here. It keeps switching between highlighting my face and highlighting Rex's face, which is just so cool. Even the camera understands that. Seems like there are two people here. having too much fun. But I really like this one here. Like I said, I'm just having a little bit of difficulty adjusting his legs still because of the armor. That is just something I have to get used to. As I said, I have those other two troopers, but unfortunately I don't have any on display, so I haven't had to navigate like this before, especially same thing, actually, the Cody is still in my office. Like I said, from last year, the Commander Cody is still in my office. I don't have display cases at the moment, so don't have any of these on display, so I haven't had to fidget with them much. So just something that I'll get used to. So if you're used to handling trooper figures, posing them, it's probably easier for you than what I've got going on here. So I wouldn't say that's a negative, just something to be aware of. Really like his cloth here hanging by the sides. Really love the face sculpt. Definitely an amazing job here by Hot Toys. Love the accessories as well. You know, let's go ahead and put on his jetpack. Actually, I already put away the instruction sheet. Oh, it's magnetic. I was like, I hope I don't have to peel anything off. I didn't think so. But it's magnetic, so that's super sick. And then, I think this was also magnetic. Ah, there we go. Accessoried out. Alright, the fun is not yet over. Alright, so let me put this down. Also, for those of you watching, I keep forgetting because I'm recording this a few days early, but for those of you watching from the United States, if you're watching on the day I upload, happy Thanksgiving to you all. I hope you all are having a relaxing and enjoyable day. Am I too old to be playing with toys? No. These are adult collectibles. Oh, this looks so cool. This would be great. I was wondering, why is this stand so long? Well, you could have him flying. Not sure. It does seem pretty sturdy. I think it'd be able to support his weight. Especially with the clip. If you put the clip probably under his utility belt or even above, probably should still get pretty high up there. You can definitely have a flying Rex at the back of your display case. Especially, you know, if you're running out of space, you know, in the front and you need to have some characters in the back, Rex can be up high on his jetpack in the back of your display case. So definitely a super cool figure. Like I said, even the camera itself is confused, and the camera usually, even with Hot Toys sculpts, doesn't have this much struggle identifying which is the real human on screen. So even side by side it'll switch. Not as often, of course, as he's in the forefront, but this is an absolutely amazing sculpt here. Really, really enjoy this figure. And like I said, excited to see what that the finished Ahsoka product looks like. Hopefully that will be shipping soon, and I can unbox that for you all here. But definitely do not regret this purchase one bit. Definitely think it has an amazing sculpt, amazing armor I really love. Like I said, all the extra details that make it look battle-used. I love the magnets here on the jetpack and these little chest plates here. Just very neat features. Like I said, I was worried there's that little, like, foam there. I was like, is this going to be like a peel and stick? But no, it's just all magnetic. Which I was like, I don't remember seeing anything about peeling anything. But I briefly looked at that corner of the instruction guide, and I'm pleased that it's not. I'm pleased that it's not like that. So, let me go ahead and reset Rex here to his natural form. I still have to figure out which helmets, or if I'm just going to go ahead and use his unmasked face here for the thumbnail. I still have to pose with them. I didn't just want to pose with the shipper box. That'd be lame. So, very happy with this purchase. Like I said, I would definitely recommend Rex if you're a fan. If you're a clone collector, I would recommend it as well. Fan of the Clone Wars. So, definitely a very cool character. Very happy that Hot Toys did make one, because of course there was an older Sideshow figure, which at one point, I believe the version 2 looked a little bit more like Rex. It still wasn't a perfect likeness. And I remember at one point that figure got up to like about $600. So very happy that we do have this new offering from Hot Toys themselves. It looks great. It looks great, you guys. I can't stop staring at them. Definitely an impressive add to my collection. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you were on the fence about Rex, weren't sure, you know, if you'd like him in person, because of course product images versus the final product can always be slightly different. I hope this helped you solidify your mind one way or the other. I'm definitely very pleased with it, so I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. If you all did like this video, make sure you go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Comments for me, leave those down below. Like I said, if you've been considering Rex, let me know your thoughts after seeing him here. Or if you just have any other comments, I'd love to read them. Make sure you go ahead and drop those down below. And if you're not yet part of the Allie's Treasure Trove family, I'd love to have you join us. Make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now, let me set Rex down here. He can stand on the ground. He can freestand. He's scoping out the place. All right, I'll let Rex scope out this direction while I go ahead and say an extra special thank you to all of my patrons over on Patreon. Thank you so much, you all, for your above and beyond support. I really, truly do appreciate it. We do have 6 Ultimate Excavators: Cassidy, Jack Perez, Keith Mira, Mako, Mark Mardini, and Stephen Olivo. Messed up my lists a little bit. Sorry about that. We do have 3 Gemstone Miners as well: Andon, Bounty Hunter Breaks, and Stephen Bly, and 2 Crystal Collectors, Natalie Ruiz and TJ Christensen. But thank you so much to all of my patrons. Like I said, appreciate every single one of you, whether you're on a tier in which I say your name at the end of every video or not. Thank you so much for your above and beyond support. As I mentioned, I meant to say it towards the beginning of the video, but those of you watching today on upload from the United States, happy Thanksgiving. And all of you from around the world, I hope you're having a wonderful day regardless of whether it's a holiday for you as well or not. But yes, lovely figure here, definitely pleased with this new addition to my collection. I just can't stop staring at him, so I'm just going to keep rambling on here in this video if I don't wrap things on up. So I think that'll do it here for this one. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Really hope you enjoyed this opening, and I hope you guys will join me next time as we unearth some more treasures here on Allie's Treasure Trove. Take care, everybody. Stay safe, and hope to catch you all in the next video. Bye! This is the roundest hot toy I've ever had delivered, so. The shipper box did not fare super well here, so. Hope y'all are enjoying this end of video bonus content. I don't want to black anything out, but it does have my home address on this package, so you know, because I like keeping the boxes that in their storage box just for storage. But this one did not fare super well, so hopefully it's not as bad on the inside. I haven't had anything like this happen before. Like I said, all of the quarters here are pretty soft. There's now a feature you can pay extra to double box your items when shipping from Sideshows. So, my Loki pre-order, I'm glad I did sign up to pay extra for that. So it wasn't too much extra. It was like an extra like 15 bucks or so. So for the sanctity of the box itself, that's definitely a price I'm willing to pay. But let's see how bad this is. Hopefully not too bad. Alright, so you're kind of stuck to the tape at the bottom here. Alright, okay, alright, I see you. It's not looking, too bad through the plastic, but move that out of the way. Let's have Allie's first inspection. I've been waiting on this for a while. Did finally ship, so. Alright, so corner here is not the greatest. But, to be completely honest, this is a lot better than I was expecting. So this down here also has a ding, but all things here, that's actually a lot better than I was expecting. I was expecting a, you know, Microsoft Paint, you have the square and then you have like the oval. I was expecting this to be one of those rounded corner rectangles. So, looking a lot better than I thought it would. So I'm excited to go ahead and get on into this. Like I said, this will be at the end for you, but this is my first reaction to the package itself. Pleasantly surprised. This here is bent. But that's okay. Not great, not ideal, but like I said, a lot better than it could have been. I honestly could have just done that myself. Didn't see that side. I was mainly looking at corners here. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get started. I do need to pull up my Patreon cheat sheets, and I believe we are ready to go. All right, so let's see. Have this nice and Rex nice and centered here. Well, instead I bring it out, and you guys can see him down here. But what's the best way to start? I can start like this. Oh wait, I did not mute my phone. I need to take care of that first. Uh-oh. Allie's prior to video, you know, what'd you call this? Not errands, but to-do list, checklist of things just to do, I guess. But alrighty. Alright.